Dealers spend millions every year on customer loyalty programs, and this starts with your employees loving your dealership. It is often assumed that customer loyalty and CSI scores go hand in hand. Well, Mike Esposito, President and CEO of Automate Dealership Systems and a speaker at the CBT Automotive Conference and Expo, says that isn't the case.
Yeah, that's right. We recently spoke with Mike and asked him why CSI scores have nothing to do with loyalty and what dealers should be focusing on when it comes to improving their CSI.
The CSI scores that the dealers look at, and I'm going to cut the dealers some slack, because a lot of the manufacturers look at their CSI scores, and allocations are based on CSI scores. There's a lot of things that are based on CSI scores, and having run a dealership for 6 years, you know that it's, for lack of a better word, a little bit of a game they play. So you kind of work the CSI scores, if you will, and you have to do that. Okay?
Right.
So if you're going to run your dealership based on that, then you got a real problem, because it's, my father used to say, don't read your own press clippings. It just really isn't right. So, but the CSI score has to do with that transaction, that one transaction. It doesn't, back to what I said earlier, it really doesn't talk about the loyalty that that customer has from you. They might say, yeah, it was great buying a car from you guys, but when I came back in, I wasn't really satisfied with the service department. So my CSI is saying, oh yeah, they love us, but I'm not a loyal customer. I go somewhere else to get my service on my car done.
Right.
It's not, the dealership shouldn't be focusing on CSI. The dealership should be focusing on loyalty scores. And the one way to do that is a technique called the Net Promoter Score, NPS. Okay, that basically asks the customer one question: would you recommend Mike Chevrolet to your friends and family on a scale of 1 to 10? And there's a whole technique they use. And if the person says, absolutely, I'll give you a 10, that person is a promoter for you. Okay? If the person gave you a 0, obviously they're probably out front shouting that you should never go to Mike Chevrolet. And if they gave you a 7 or 8, they really are neutral. Those aren't the people that promote your company. So I'd say to dealers, there's a book called The Ultimate Question that talks about Net Promoter Scores. Very simple to do. That would give you an indication of what the loyalty factor is of your customer.